Alright. Alright, let's talk about it. Twitch is taking a dump, so we're streaming on YouTube. We just finished our titanium output factory, and we got all the materials running on like 8 of each factory piece. So now we're gonna move down to here. We found a good wolfram spot, so let's give that a shot. Get a wolfram over here. I think we can capture both of these in one go. There's like 7 nodes here, so let's do this. Drop that right there. And we're gonna want excavators. Set this up and then we'll go into a triple, right? Looks like we can reach that just barely. Dispatcher, nice. Zippy like that, nice. Alright, we'll rename this to Wolf Export 1. We're gonna have to come back here and redo that. I'm gonna grab this. I think we're gonna build down here. It's pretty flat over here. Should be good. Go ahead and grab this meteor core. Okay, no other wolfram around, I don't think. Doesn't look like it. That's gonna be not that direction. Another dispatcher. Some power. There you go. Wolf export to
the Rupture is in its stable stage. The climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
And we're building just around this corner, right? And if we need more, we can grab more wool from here and there to really import it. Need these. Need food.
Reloading.
Yeah, right there. A nice flat spot to build. Pretty easy. Someone's still after us, so we can't use our building drone. There he is. Still after us. How very odd. Still. Right, that's got to be a bug. Should be fine though. Just do this. And we'll grab another rail here. And we'll just store this stuff here. We'll do a save and reload. I don't feel like building without the drone. Early access problems, right? There we go. That's better. Now we're moving and grooving. Even a third extractor right here. So we should be good. On Wolfram. And we'll call you Wolf Export 3. Okay. And then we're going to build our factory over here. We're going to need way more building blocks, so... What we can do is... probably something like that, temporarily. Are you going to be in range? Just barely, huh? Just barely. Let's fix that. Sweet. Okay. That should be enough to keep it supplied for a little bit.
I don't see any more enemies. Come here.
And we need... still need a good amount of food. So I keep that in mind. We're gonna go for like pricklers, I think was the plan.
I need to survive. Acquired.
Building a good amount of these now, right?
I think I can use
good
this.
enough. Let's just see if that's keeping up. It is. Alright. So factory's going to be down here. We're going to want 3 importers, right? Something like that. That should be good, I think. Oh, maybe these need to be a 3-to-1. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. puts it on backwards. Oh, gonna be like that, are you? Is that gonna work? No. Alright, we gotta spread these out a bit. Okay. That needs a pillar. It's gotta come up one. There we go. Okay, from there. We're gonna drop down like that. And like that. Yeesh. Alright, factories, smelters. So, the way we did this... on the other run. Is we had 8. Six, 7, 8. And then we ran that height. And we're going to do that on the export side, though, is what we want to do. Get a little closer to that. And we're getting pretty quick at building these. Just like that. And like that. Nice. And then we're going to build another 8. Other building blocks. Okay. Can we do a walkway? Rough.
That's just what I need.
Those. Let's connect that. Okay. Smelters, keep them going. Excellent. Okay, 1 to 3 here. You feed into... no, 1 to 3. Whoops. Feed into those 2. Feed into those 2. And we get a fresh 1 to 3. Feeding into those. That's going to be the same up here. And these are going to be multi-rails. Right. I mean, this can feed the upper 2 rails, and then we just go with a lower... multi-rail system like that, I think, is probably the way. I'm gonna feed you. And what's our issue here? That's gonna feed into that. Okay, you go in there. Into there. Into there. I don't think that needs to be as high as it is. Oh, it does need to be as high as it is. Ooh, hiccups. That's okay. Doesn't look terrible. Okay, that's done. And we're gonna multi-rail these 2. Oh. I think we can just do that, right? Potentially. Oh no, it doesn't need to be connected. Okay. I'd like to make this a little cleaner if I could. If I did something like this. Just a stability issue, that's it. We can work with that, right? Just add a pillar. A little too low. Give ourselves one rail. No, not that one, this one. That flies, maybe. Looks like it's gonna collide, though. Sure is. So what we'll do is just run a rail out. Another one, apparently. No mass. Oh, Reeve. That's an interesting visual bug. We can just do that. We don't hate it. It's not the best. Good enough. Okay. Build a little stairwell. I'll bring that down one. Stair go down. And the stair come back around. Platform, platform. Beautiful. So we can set all these to bars. Oh no, these gotta be wolfram. That's my bad. In the future, what we're going to do is build our output factories, or our production factories, before we get the resource nodes, because we can't configure the dispatchers with the receivers remotely, which is an issue, right? Bars, bars, bars. Okay, nice. How are we doing? We need more blocks.
Let's see.
And I think we did multi-rails on the output, right? And I want to say it was one passed. Something like that. 1, 2, 3, one passed. And we give ourselves another multi-rail. And another multi-rail. At the end is going to be a 3 to 1. Times 3. Out here, same deal. And you're going to have a multi-rail off 2. And a multi-rail off 3. Cool. Bit of a collision there sometimes. That's okay. Excellent. I guess I could do this in such a way that merges them sooner, but I like the look. Okay, this gets 2 depots. Right on the edge. You feed into that. Into that. Into that. Into that. Into that. And into that. Okay, and then we get 2 more depots. I guess the next run of factory is going to be returning this way. So what we can do is output from here, I think, is probably the way to be doing it. And then this just going to get a we can drop this 1. We made it too tall again. One into here. Oh man, we can actually go level with it. I didn't even realize it was that easy. And what we're going to do is build a dispatcher. and we'll do wolf bar out. Figure you guys. Wolf bar export. Okay. How do I want this? This is probably... Because if we're going to double supply again on bars, we're going to want a set of 2 going like that, probably. I'd imagine. And we can just raise that as we need. Okay. Cool. We need to look at fabricators now. So we got wire, bars, rotors we can't quite make. What we can do is set up a titanium rod to make rotors here. Might be the play. Just looks like rotor, wire, and plates, I guess. So we can set up 8 for each. I'm cool with that. And furnaces. Furnaces just looks like bars for the most part, right? Awesome. We don't need to recycle anything. Cool. So what we'll do is do another run of 8. And I think we need a width of at least 1 here, so... we can go even wider if we really want to. Let's keep it a little more compact though. So we can do that, and we can go... from you into you. Fabricators. That's going to be our vertical. Output's going to be on the front again, so we should be able to just ride that one right up. I think. Yeah, damn. Oh. Yeah, we got issues with our upload at the moment, so it's just all in general the weather out here has been pretty rough. But that's okay. Not much you can do about it, right? And we're gonna go 4. Yeah, 4 wide looks good to me. Nice. And this is gonna be forward one with the input that direction. Out of resources. Grab more building blocks. Oh shit.
Yes.
Okay. So, outputting again, same deal as last time. 3 here. 3 there. And maybe 2. Multi-rail, multi-rail. Multi-rail there. And a multi-rail there. Okay. Oops. Perfect. Those are connected. Bit more to go. Okay. Beautiful factory setup. And then last but not least, we need our furnaces. And what did we do last time? I think we can do that, I'm pretty sure. But we start at the other end, right? I'm pretty sure we can go right to the edge of it. Because the output should be higher than the existing rails. And we can merge it.
Rupture activity detected.
I beg your
I
pardon.
recommend finding a safe place.
Wolfram powder, we just do 6, I think is probably a fair number. No, we have the capacity, might as well just do 8. I have to build a habitat real quick as well. That's 8 furnaces going. Excellent. Storages here. What do you guys take? Just bars again, huh? In which case we go. Oh, you know what I did last time? I remember now. I have this. It's all coming back to us. As a load balancer, essentially. Yeah, that's what it was. Right? Cool, and that's properly load balanced. Stock come up one. What we'll do is just make that a triple feed. Hide from the fire while we can. And we'll just take a break real quick. Okay.
Planetary temperature
Things have cooled down.
within acceptable parameters.
Jump out of here real quick. Go back to doing what we were doing. This gets... Core's overheated. Fake news, buddy. I don't think I remember what I did last time now. So because of that height, we bring it up 1. Oh no, that's right. I'll stay that width so that we can stay within our building zone. No, well, that's not what we want to do. Whoops. Oh no, that's the issue. That's got to be connected to the further one. Like this. There, that's a little better. What, should we pushed out one? Oh. We can make this work, right? I think we did something like that. We're in the clear still to split into this, potentially. Might have to raise it still. Just a tad. Say we did that. That's okay. Want to keep this low still. Keep it out of the way. Great. And we're going to have a final storage here. You want here? I don't even know. Stuff and things.
Dehydrated.
Nom nom nom. Okay, so we'll set all these guys to wire, 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 still wire, wire. Wire up top will be sheets. Plates, sheets, same difference. Still gotta set the inputs for these guys. We get rid of this fella. And that's gonna be a 1 to 3. I believe this will work, right? Not quite. Whoa. Okay, that'll work. Just a stability issue here, that's it. Oh, I guess there's no pillar here, huh? Easy fix, we just run a pillar right here. Oh, not there, probably. here we can just do a rail support. Point vertical like that. And we go back to our normal rail connector system like that. No, that's not what we want to do. No, that's also no. Man, we are messing this up. Is this blocking you? It is still blocking you. We do something like that, I'm pretty sure is fine. Excellent, that's it. Okay, and that should allow for immediate splitting, right? So if we go back here, we're going to do a 2 to 1, 2 to 1, 2 to 1. Damn. Still messing this up. Okay, you're gonna be here, you're gonna be there. You're gonna be here, you're gonna be there, you're going down this way. And this needs to be a continuous. Which means we don't even need to split this then. Okay, so we can actually get rid of this pillar, that, and this. Our throughput issues are going to be a thing still, but that's okay. Totally fine. Maybe wire, maybe plates. Okay, and then bar output. Maintain this low height if we can. Which we can't, so we gotta come up 1 or 2 at least. So that height. And we gotta start doing the splitter stuff again. Splitting into 2s, 2s, 2s. Excellent.
Rupture status stable. Arcadia status stable.
Perfect. And these can be all powder. 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 Bugs.
Changing mags.
Alright. Bugs are gone. Crisis averted. Oh, we gotta work on the output of these guys. And these would be... 3-to-1s out here is probably the way to go. I can only assume. Yeah, because we don't have room to merge in the same fashion as the last run. Now it's going to be a 2-to-1 merger, right? Two-to-one merge here. We're going to bring us back even more. And a final 2-to-1 merge there. Which is going to connect just down here. So I don't think we can split the outputs on these ones. We're just going to have to deal with the bad throughput. Right? Oh, it doesn't fly at all. Hold on just a second there, folks. We can do this, I'm pretty sure. And if we did something like this, that allows us to merge into a fresh storage right here, like this, and into that. Right? Which gives us powder. Okay, then we just connect these bad boys. Okay, and those are all fully connected. That's all good. Last thing to do, dispatch. And that's going to be like this. We're going to want power at some point. But for now, we just go with a multi-rail sheets. Into those. Into that. Into that. Perfect. Wolf plate, export 1. Wolf wire, export 1. And then wolf pow, export 1. Sick. I wish I grabbed some building blocks. Power this beast up. Insufficient power. Well, I'll be... That gives me the power I need. Excellent. Let's just look at this dispatcher over here real quick. Titanium in. One, two, three. Okay, you could be wolf in one, wolf in two, wolf in three. Okay. Wolfram, 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 and also the same.
Gotcha.
And you're gonna go to wolf in one. Excellent. And then as this is happening, we should start seeing the stuff to fill them up. Excellent. Straight to the smelters. Yes, sir. Splitting. Good. Okay. I wish we can drop, like, tags on the map. So we're going to work on just sending these out to Wolf 2 and Wolf 3.
You need to survive. Come here.
On to Wolf Import 2. Excellent. And going to Wolf Import 3. Cool. Alright, that's a fully functional Wolfram factory. Next we need calcium. And there's a good amount actually just where we were. And we don't need a whole lot. We can build in this basin. Things to consider. I don't know.
Huh. Nice. Not bad.
Take the free food. What do we got over here? Let's see, we got a core that way. Not much going on there. I'm wondering if the export rate's going to be fine. How are we doing on this? We need more building materials too. And more of both. Alright, so we'll just run back to our main base.
Area clear.
I think the world engine's like over here. So we may want to move our stuff. At least set up an ammo factory at the existing base, right? Helium has no... craftable stuff in of itself, but yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do, this place is an absolute disaster. And I kind of want to set up mass imports. So if we want to do
I
that,
can use this.
for mass imports, we're going to need this, and I think I need maximum glass as well. Say, nope. There we go. And we need a bunch of regular building mats, which we got right here. That's gonna take a while. Printers here. Yeah, give me the max. Need more basic building materials. Analyzing station right here.
Data collected.
Drop off
Let's
these
send
star
this.
fruits. Don't need that stuff. Should probably make another set of factories or fabricators for this. Yeah. Take all that, I'll take all that. Take that. Still need more. Alright, yeah, you know what? Let's make another set of fabricators. Or alternatively, we could just start dismantling this atrocity. Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a mega base, really. What do we do? What do we do? I think we got way too much going on here, to be honest. Alright, let's just do it. I wonder if I could dismantle all in radius on the core tower, maybe. Yeah, there is, in fact, one of those. Alright, we got tons of this. Let's make sure we're not leaving anything really important. Like magnetic coil don't need. Grabbers don't really need.
I can use
Food we
that.
need. War bonds we keep. Core hearts and stuff. Quartz ore we don't really need. Heavy ammo, light ammo. Yeah, alright. Let's see what happens when we do this. Bloop. Holy jeez. It's a lot of stuff. Dismantle this. This can go away, that can go away. Look at that reclaimed space. Damn, dude. Damn. And then just deleting the rest of this is actually kind of manageable. So, that's what we'll do. That's just like a bugged pillar. We sure as heck don't need this many heliums. And we don't need this much calcium. Holy. It's a lot of time of building. Don't need this much wolfram and stuff now that we have dedicated access to there we go. Okay, let's drop some stuff. Don't need any of that. Okay, tons of building materials to work with. It's just a wolfram input, so let's set that up. Give you a rail to work off of. There we go. We will just connect this real quick. Because we are doing building mats over there, so it makes it nice and easy. You've got one input. Excellent. And we don't need to split you off. We can just go straight up off of you into that. Off of you into that. Nice. We'll make like 3 more fabricators. Apparently not there. As I was saying, 3 more fabricators. Merging into this. Put a 3-to-1 right there. Like that. And this will be ground level. And get rid of this. 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 And we can connect you like that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And we got forward one. There you go. Okay, excellent. Basic building mats. Basic building mats. I'm just gonna grab this and this. Okay. Storage depot, nice. I'm on a multi-rail off of both of these, I think, right? Oops. Sorry, guys. Ear warning. And then we're going to put a base core way out here. Something like that. Okay. And with that, we can do a bunch of receivers. Something like this. Okay. TR bar input. TI sheet input. TI rod input. TI house input. And TI or tube input. Wolf bar input. Wolf plate input. Wolf wire input. And wolf powder input. Okay. So what's gonna happen here then? These each have a storage capacity of 300. So I think what we're going to do is like a sushi line, basically. And we're going to build it on this way. And that's going to go 3-to-1, I do believe. I could give more buffers. Certainly an option. But I guess the question becomes is, if you can, doesn't mean you should. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna check OBS. Looks like we're still dropping about 70% frames, so we did order a new modem from the company. Hopefully that arrives at some point and fixes our issues. So that's great. We're going to want to set up not storage depots but launchers. And six, 7, 8 seems reasonable to me. I'm going to you two, you two. Okay, and that allows for good input on that. Just gonna add another set of power over here because we can. Okay, and then now we gotta look at what we want to build here. Build batteries. Just gonna build our hab real quick. Climb station, go up here. Same with the regen chamber. Oh, the hiccups. Okay. Can I make batteries? $200 electronics, 100 inductors.
I'm detecting increased rupture activity.
Oh no.
Prepare for a wave.
I think I can use this.
Let's check that real quick. So only 100 rotors, 200 noddles, or stators. Okay, let's do that real quick. I don't know if there's any nozzles. We'll grab those. I don't think there is any though. Stators. There we go. I don't think I have any nozzles in here. I'll grab this stuff. So I don't feel like grabbing it again. The rest could all just get blasted. Not a big deal. Put lems and war bonds, stuff like that in here. All the food stuff can go right there.
Rupture Rupture's eruption has started. Prepare for impact.
B2 storage depot might be a good thing to invest in. Let's do that.
Clever robotics is received in shipment.
Hardening agents and electronics. I'll take a quick break. I think we're going to try moving this over to Twitch because we're dropping packets anyways. Join me on there, Cover TV on Twitch. Alright.